Hello, I'm Tom Buchanan, and I'm the director of the Southern California Clinical and Translational Science Institute, and I'm here to welcome you to our new offering of Quality by Design. The background is that as we've examined clinical trials at USC, we found that only a little less than half of them actually complete their planned enrollment. And so we've developed an approach that's going to help you do better than that. As my own background, I've been in clinical research for more than 30 years, and I've participated with more than 3,000 patients on clinical trials, which have all completed on time. And the secret that I learned very early on was that you have to not only have things written down carefully, but really plan out the implementation of your clinical trials before you enroll your first patient. And it's a little bit like my dad taught me. He was a private pilot back in the day, and we had these little airplanes that we'd go fly around Iowa. And every time before we took off, he'd go through a formal checklist to make sure that everything was in working order on the plane. And as a result, we landed carefully or safely every time, and I'm here to talk to you today. So quality by design was initially developed by the automotive industry to infuse quality at the initial stages of production. And it's been adapted for use in clinical research and been tested, for example, by the University of California, Irvine, where it's been shown to improve trial outcomes. The SCCTSI has developed a set of tools adapted for our own institution that allow you to take a formal process and apply it to your study right at the beginning phases at the implementation. Allison Orechwa has really led that development here, and she's going to now take you through an overview of quality by design, which we're offering through the CTSI for our highest quality clinical trials. So, Allison?
Thank you, Dr. Buchanan. Hi, I'm Allison Orechwa, and I'm pleased to share with you a preview of the Quality by Design program. We at the CTSI are rolling out a support program for all CTSI awardees to help ensure your success. Taking a quality by design approach is essentially a proactive way to focus on risks you might encounter and plan accordingly. Thinking ahead of time about problems could save your study in the long run. Why did we decide to add an extra layer of support for our awardees? Because study success is not guaranteed. Many of our local trials don't reach their enrollment targets, and many study amendments, which can cost precious time or money, are actually avoidable. Quality by design helps by building quality into the study from the very beginning. Rather than waiting until the end to find low quality data or poor recruitment, you identify possible issues before you even start. In QBD, you ask, what factors are critical to the quality of my study? What are risks that might prevent me from reaching my targets there? And then you develop a plan so you're prepared should those risks come to life. We are confident in this approach because we have tested it with many studies with great results, and it's becoming widely adopted by the FDA and other universities. But before we dive in, a quick look at QBD's roots. In the 1940s, Toyota worked with American engineers and pioneered QBD principles in auto manufacturing. By examining the processes, they were able to avoid variations in the end product. Then the pharmaceutical industry adopted QBD to reduce errors in manufacturing drug products. Around 2010, the Clinical Trials Transformation Initiative applied the concepts to clinical trial quality management systems and shared their processes with us at the CTSI. We pilot tested QBD with a number of studies, including a COVID vaccine trial, a community health survey study, and a health system redesign study, and we're excited to roll it out more broadly. The primary reference document of QBD is called the Principles document. It was developed by the CTTI. Here's an excerpt of the detailed document that helps you walk through your study and identify potential problems down the road. For example, when examining your eligibility criteria, are there clear and measurable criteria to define the population? If not, your study will come to a screeching halt, or at the very least, you'll have inconsistency in who you're enrolling. There are many pages like this with over 20 factors, and your job is to choose the top 3 to 5 factors that are most critical to the quality of your study. Here are all the factors developed by CTTI for clinical trials. It became apparent to us at CTSI that most of the factors also apply to non-drug trials and non-trial studies, so we are broadening its use beyond just trials. Hopefully you can see how QBD can help you, your team, and your study success. Our hope is that you will continue drawing on these insights and resources for your current and future projects and help others benefit from this approach to quality management. Here are the initial QBD resources that are available to you, and we'll share more as they become available. Please reach out to me anytime or any other CTSI member with questions and ideas for improving the program. Thank you for your participation.